person. He's a philosopher, and so these are his. He gave me permission to write music to his poetry. It's in English, so. Each body has memories, surviving today to talk of tomorrow. Meetings and partings crisscross. Whom will you speak to? If you quietly close your eyes and clear your ears, the murmur of waves of the wind will convey my feelings for you. When I look back on that day, tears overflow. As if the memories could be washed away. So I've kept my heart closed. But now with you here, I just want to cry. Anyway, it goes on and on. But that's an example. You can check out these instruments later, but I wanted to jump into a workshop with you guys. But any quick questions before we move on? Yeah.
This is more a question for the rest of Bergman.
So
if you're going to be doing a workshop, should we, or like, I don't really know if this is relevant or not, but should we just disassemble our instruments?
It's cool. Let's just lay low.
Yeah.
How about down here, Christine?
Yeah.
Why do you have no shoes?
Oh, because I love to perform barefoot, because it's more natural. I feel more comfortable. Yeah, and when I travel, I usually learn songs from farmers, and they're usually not wearing shoes. So, yeah. Yeah.
I am blown away. Blown away in so many directions.
Oh.
Do you have any sort of advice for young people on adapting? Just that you went to Stanford just blows me away, and then that you're a Fulbright scholar blows me away, and that you speak 10 languages. I mean, it's so blown away.
Yeah.
I don't really know where to start. So that you've had so much success. Do you have a little bit of advice?
I do. I think you just, success is doing what you want to do. That is success. Like, it's not how much money you make. It is not how many people you know. It is like, are you doing what you want to do, period. And so that can come in many forms. It can mean like, oh, this is the only job I do and I don't have to do anything else. It can be you can kind of say that. So, I feel blessed that this is like, I just get to write music, tour, talk to you guys, and that's what I get to do. And so that's success. And, the awards are, whoops, what am I doing? The awards, I just stepped on all my stuff. The awards just come, they come when you do what you want to do. You know what I mean? They're not going to come if you do stuff you don't want to do, because it doesn't work that way. Like, the gifts from the universe come to you when you're on this path of creating your own genre or creating your own art form. And when you see people gain stardom, like Lady Gaga or whatever, like, they didn't just get there like that. Like, she talks about carrying her keyboard around and knocking on doors and getting the door slammed in her face. So you have to do that for years. Sorry, getting emotional. You have to do that for years before things happen, and that it's your belief in that. And no matter who tells you, like I had a lot of mentors tell me that I couldn't sing and dance and play and all this because they say, you know, no one's done that before. And usually, you know, people just have to focus on one thing. But I knew that I had the capacity to do all these things, and I had the imagination. So I just, you know, you listen to your teachers and your mentors, and you try things out, their advice. But if you have a belief in you, you know, you have to honor that. So it's more like you just take what you can use from you know, your mentors, and they're really important. Mentors are really, really important. I feel like I'm really on the path because of things they told me. Like I had one mentor who was a saxophonist, Steve Coleman. He said, Jen, because this was like before I went to Taiwan. This is when I was like, I was living in San Francisco. I wanted to move to New York, but I was like scared. You know, fear is the biggest block for everyone. So I was scared, and he said, Jen, you could get hit by a bus tomorrow. You know, and what will you have accomplished? And I was like, oh my God, you know, but that really changed my life. And, you know, that was December when he gave me that lecture. And then by February, I was in Taiwan. Like I was living my dream, researching these old songs. And then I moved to New York, and I sang on his recording. I started touring with his band. So, you know, like when you take the leap of faith, have you guys seen that Last Crusade, the Indiana Jones? You guys too young? You're too young for that. Like, oh my God, you guys are so young. But there's a great scene when like Indiana Jones, it's like a riddle, like it's a whole series of games he has to do to go to get the Holy Grail. And so there's a scene where he's on this cliff. You guys haven't seen this? Oh my God, okay. He's on this cliff, right? And he's reading this riddle like the leap of faith, the leap of faith. What is the leap of faith? And like, and he sees skeletons down there, like people who've jumped and died. He's like, oh my God. So he just puts his leg out and he has faith, right? He just like, and then he like steps on this bridge, which is invisible because it's camouflage. Isn't that amazing? So then he just throws sand on it so the people behind him can see it. But like, yeah, that's what you have to do, is you just have to like stand over that cliff and step into the hole and believe. And if you do believe, then you'll be caught. So that's the path to success. Yes?
Out of all the languages that you've learned, which is
The hardest, right now, I'm studying Japanese right now. It's hard because I don't read Chinese. I speak Mandarin, but my parents, they didn't teach me how to read Chinese, because they just wanted me to be a perfect American. So, but they didn't know that kids have the capacity to learn 4 languages when they're young. So you're still young. I really encourage you, if your parents know other languages, like beg them to teach you, because that's free learning. So, and I wish I had had the foresight to do that. But yeah, Japanese, because it has 3 different alphabets. There's kanji, hiragana, and katakana. And hiragana, katakana is okay, but kanji is hard. But I'm gonna do it, because I got a fellowship to go there 5 months to study this instrument and to study no theater next year. So I have to become fluent. Yes?
So for a student, how do we learn to put spirit and depth into our playing, not just have it be notes on a piece of paper?
Right. Well, a lot of that has to do with memory and putting the emotion into your playing. Okay. Now you're still pretty young, but I remember when I was 12, I still had emotion and love for things, and so you just have to learn how to channel that and put that into your playing. And but a lot of it is memory. Like while you are playing, you can think of some amazing memory of someone, a family member, a friend, or a place, and you just, it's like you're painting, then your music becomes the painting for that scene, for that memory. Yeah. So, and I always cry at my performances. I always end up crying, but it's like I'm thinking of my friend who died, But yeah, you don't have to think in those terms, but yeah, just memory and painting the sound with that memory. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We better get to the activity.
We better get to it.
That was an excellent question, Jamie.
That was a very good question. Okay. Oh, so we have till 9?
Yes.
Okay. So should I show them this interval thing that they can just work on? Okay. This is really fun. You guys know the blues, right? The structure of the blues. So if you were to play an F blues, one thing you can practice is just choose a few intervals to play the blues with. Okay, so we're going to start with 2, 3, and 5. Oh, meaning 2 semitones is what interval?
We don't usually speak in 2 half steps.
Got it. Half steps. Sorry, half steps. 2 half steps is what interval? Yes, great. And then 3 half steps is? 1.5 steps is? Minor third, right? Yeah, so C, so for instance, if you start on C, 2 half steps is going to be C to D if you go up. C, and then 3 is going to be a minor third, C to E flat. So if I were to, what you guys can do, is this right? You can memorize, oh, this is pink. You can memorize all the intervals that you know, like perfect fourth, you know perfect fourth, or fifth. They all have it, they're all made up of semitones, or half steps. So if you have a table like 1 through 11, you can have like 1 equals minor second, 2 equals major second, 3 equals minor third, da 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 da. So, and that's really useful when you want to compose something. Like, say if you run out of ideas, and you're like, oh, I need to like find something new, and you can always use these intervals. For instance, what's your birthday? December 29th. What? 2003. Okay, so what you can do, and this is your homework. Everyone's going to write a song based on their birthday. Okay, so let's go, let's just, the way we do it is month, day, and year, right? So 12/29/2003. This is great. Okay, so if I break that up, so this is your, what's your name? Miranda. Okay, this is Miranda's birthday. 1/2/29/2003. If I were to start on C, okay, C. I think C, is that a C? Ah, great, okay. So if I were just to create a melody starting from C, and I'm gonna just do intervals. I'm gonna choose which direction, just spontaneously. So like, as if I'm improvising. So I'm gonna go C, C sharp, D sharp, F, and then 9 is a major 6. Okay, so you see what I did? So C, C sharp, I went up a semitone, F1 half step. C, C sharp, and then from C sharp, I decided to go up 2 half steps, which is a whole step. So C, C sharp, let me write it. I'm just making these decisions on the fly. So C, C sharp, D sharp, F, and then F up a major 6 is F, D, right? F, D, and then I'm gonna go down, I'm just deciding this on the fly. F, D, C. Now 0 is a repeated note, because we're not going anywhere, right? So F, D, C, 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 and then I have a 3, and I'll decide to go A, I'll go down a minor third. A, okay. So what I did was, where am I? C, C, C sharp, D sharp, F, and then I went up, F, D, C, and then I went down 2, C, C, and then I went down 3. Okay, so does that make sense? So I'm making all those numbers into half steps. Okay, so instead of like minor second, major second, I just like to use numbers. Like minor second, 1, major second, 2, minor third, 3. Okay, so that's how I just made a melody out of your birthday. Yay. But I could have done a differently. I think I could have done like C sharp, B. Like I could have changed the direction. Okay? So your assignment is to just find the best melody out of your birthday. Okay? And let's just go month, day, and year. Does it make sense?
Some people are going to need clarification for sure.
Okay. Does it make sense how I'm making the intervals into half steps? Yes.
We don't have picture. Oh, I got you.
But you know what? Try to do this in your head. You're gonna really expand your brain if you try to do this in your head. Okay, so just even if it means picturing the piano. Or what instrument do you play? Okay, so you can play it on your alto sax. Okay, so semitones are half steps. You guys think in half steps. That's just one da 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 da, right? Those are all half steps. So that we're saying that that's 1 because there's only 1 half step in that interval. Okay, and then 2 are whole steps. Da 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 da, right? Those are all whole steps. Each of those intervals, right? So it'd be C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, E flat, C. Right? You can go ahead and play your saxophone. Can you play it?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. I know you can.
Chromatic scale.
Just like do chromatic. So we'll all do ones. Okay, just ones. Half steps. Great. Perfect. Perfect. And then whole steps are no, that's a half step. Okay, wait. Start with me. C, match my tone. C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, B flat, C. Right? Those are all whole steps. Does it make sense? Okay. And then minor thirds. So if we start on C again, C, E flat, G flat, A, C, and we're back at C again. Okay, so those are minor thirds. Those are all minor thirds, right? Everyone's on the same page? Yes, okay, so that was a diminished, if you guys have learned, that's a diminished scale. Na, 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 C, E flat, G, C, E flat, G flat, A, C. Okay, let's do major thirds, starting on C.
Should be 4 half steps.
Yes, C, E, G sharp, C. Great, right, those are all major thirds, which is 4 semitones. Because it goes C, C sharp, D, E flat, E. See, that's 4. Does that make sense? All makes sense? Yes?
This is one of a billion types of composing you do. This is not just...
Yeah, no, this is something I do just to keep my brain muscles going. Okay, cool, and then perfect fourths. You all know perfect fourths, right? C, F, B flat, A flat, A flat, and then D flat, D flat. Okay, right, so this is good. You know, intervals are, it's like the building blocks. There's intervals, there's like high and low, and there's time. That's all music is. It's like high and low and when. Okay, that's a Plato. Plato talked about music like that. So, something you can do is to create a melody just based off of intervals. For instance, if you took 2, 3, and 5, then let's see. If I did C, okay. So if the rule was to use all the intervals of 2, 3, and 5, that's whole step, minor third, and perfect fourth, then I could go C, D, B, E. If I use all the intervals, I got to choose which direction, okay? But I used all the intervals. So this is just something really good for you, because I can tell this is going to be good for you. So 2, 3, 5, whole step, minor third, and perfect fourth. Okay, and you can just create melodies with just those numbers. C, you could go C, D, F, B flat, right? Or I could go C, B flat, wait, C, B flat, G, D. Okay? Is it all making sense? It's just creating melodies just based on intervals. Okay.
So would you recommend
Yeah.
that they take the number system and then apply it to a staff and try to write it out, or more
Yeah.
just apply it to their instrument?
Yeah, well, I mean, if everyone has paper, yeah. Yeah. So let's just make a table for your future reference. Here. Really? Okay. Great. I'm going to step on this instrument, I know it. Okay. Does it make sense? Don't be afraid.
It makes
to be
sense, but
confused.
it's a bunch of scaffolding information that
Yes.
we haven't practiced. So
Got
because
it.
it's really second nature to you, it's harder for us because it's
Got
not
it.
second nature.
Got it. Okay. So what's the easiest way? You know what? Do you guys know like M2, that means minor second?
We don't really learn intervals until 10th grade usually.
Oh, I see. But you know notes.
Yeah.
You got notes. Okay. So why don't I do like C sharp, or no. C, and then D flat. Does that make sense? C, D flat. That is a minor second. That's 1. That's 1 half step. So I'm going to put 1 here, and I'm going to put M2. So you guys all have a head start.
It's like a decoder key.
Yes. And then C to D natural is going to be 2, and that is a major second. Okay? So if you can go ahead and do this on your own, if you know what we're doing.
I think there'll be a time allotted. We may not get fruit.
Okay.
Only 10 minutes.
Okay.
I wonder if you
Got
have
it.
another.
Okay, well, let's do the creativity
Okay.
at one with the
Okay.
poetry and everything.
Okay.
Can we try
I
that?
think that one will
So
work.
maybe Jake can walk you through this later, and then you have your birthdays, right? So we'll work on the birthday songs. And that is, you can just choose whichever direction, but you have to follow the intervals in your birthday based on the half
This is a
steps.
very time-honored way of composing, too.
Yeah.
Bach composed this way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
So
exactly.
It's a cool system, but it takes a little more time.
It takes a little more time.
Yeah.
But you guys, I know Jake will take care of you. So let us put our instruments away for now. 'Cause
Well,
I'm-
just, they're kind of
Or-
away. Putting them away will take 10 minutes, so let's just
I see.
lay them on the floor gently.
Gently, okay. Gently. And we'll do, let's get our paper and pen out, and we're going to do some writing. Right.
So this, while she's transitioning, this type of composing is, like she said, really good for your brain.
Yes.
Because it's like a mental gymnastics. You have to think this, and then you think that, and you think this.
Right.
Now this next type of composing we're going into is a totally different portion of your brain.
Yes.
And it doesn't take a lot of gymnastics.
Right.
It just takes
Creativity.
less inhibition.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So I'm going to pick a word. Someone is going to give me a one-word theme, and that's going to be you.
You know?
I just chose you randomly. A one-word theme that's poetic and wonderful.
Flow.
Slow. Beautiful.
Was that the word? Flow. Flow.
Oh, flow.
That's
F-L.
even better.
That's way better. Okay.
Flow, man.
So flow. Yeah, flow, man. Okay. This is a really good, I got to get my pen too. So don't write yet. Don't yet. We are going to take this word and use it as a theme. So this is something you can do whenever you are songwriting, because after this class, everyone is going to be writing their own songs. So just say, you want to write on the theme flow. And we will write for 1 minute. Okay, and so this kind of writing, stream of consciousness writing. So this is like not editing yourself, you're just writing free. And it can be in poetry, it can be in prose, it can just be words that come in your mind. But the key is do not think about it, just write. And don't edit yourself, okay? Are you guys ready? We're gonna do 1 minute. Everyone ready? So don't spend the minute thinking.
It doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah,
There's
it can
no
be
rules.
totally just like stream of consciousness, craziness, just let the synapses flow, or fire, sorry. The word is flow. That's just going to trigger ideas. So you can